the same page to win it all.
So the Clippers win the tip. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. They've got Martin, Conley out there with Harrison. Then it's Ennis, and it's Gasol. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Griffin. Conley grabs the miss. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
They love mixing it up with the opponent and drawing contact, which is why they seized the momentum and edge in that game.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. There's the dish to Ennis. Now the feed to Martin. It's good, the assist that time from Ennis.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Now here's Jordan, who's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
There's a good screen. Now Conley. Harrison kicks to Gasol. 4 on the clock. Over Jordan. Gasol, no good.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Conley. And there's the pass to Harrison. Martin kicks to Conley. Dishes it to Gasol. Over Jordan. Gasol missing again.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Clippers moving the ball around. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
I love the way Griffin, eye on the prize, going after the rim, is either going to dunk it or you're going to foul him. Last season, another that ended with an injury for Blake Griffin. Had to sit out the rest of the playoffs after hurting his toe early on. He just can't seem to stay healthy for the playoff and misses a lot of time during the season as well.
Parsons checked in for Jerome Martin.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw drops for Griffin. Well, to say that Blake Griffin has had bad luck with injuries would be an understatement. Started his career off that way, and it's been really an issue ever since.
You know, it'll be something that teams can have to consider when he hit free agency as well. A healthy Griffin is a force to be reckoned with. Has a great all-around game, but just can't stay on the court when his team needs him the most.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
2 shots.
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Griffin.
Griffin doesn't do it as often anymore, but he is still one of the top dunkers in the league. He just rises up and finishes with a lot of power. There was a time when he was good for a poster dunk every game.
A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and, you know, there are guys like Bogut, even at advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Martin, Harrison out there with Conley. Then it's Ennis, and it's Gasol at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so it's Memphis with it. Clippers able to drain the three. 5 to shoot. Gasol a screen, and stolen by Jordan. Rivers passes to Griffin. Rivers kicks to Gallinari. Over Ennis, and that one comes up a bit short.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Martin with a screen on Beverly. Conley gets the bucket.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Here's Griffin. Michael Conley making his last shot. Gallinari outside. 5 on the clock. Rejected by Gasol. Now here's Ennis. The feed to Conley. There's the pass to Harrison. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Griffin kicks to Beverly. Feeds to Gallinari. Jordan the screen. Gallinari attacking to the wing on the left from outside the arc. That one misses. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
This is what happens when you take nothing away defensively. Just too inactive in this game on that end of the floor.
Conley. Martin wide open. He fires. Blake Griffin pulls it in.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
Now, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
Here's Conley after Austin Rivers score. They set the screen. Here's Conley, and there it is for him.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Clippers with the ball. Michael Conley making his last shot. Gallinari attacking. And Gasol sends it back. Lobs it up for Jordan. It's rebounded by Memphis. Ennis with the ball. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. From 12 feet out, it's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Clippers leading by 3. Picked by Griffin. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. He feeds it to Jordan. To the middle, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Marc Gasol. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 19 points a game last year, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Now here's Ennis. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Taking a look at some stats for DeAndre Jordan. Last season, he played outstanding. First in field goal percentage, third in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took.
That's a good all-around effort by Austin Rivers. Good one-on-one defender on that possession and developing his weak side recognition.
They get it back. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Harrison looking for his first basket still in this one. Ennis kicks to Conley. Pass to Harrison. Memphis moving that ball around. Ennis dishes to Conley. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Harrison. Martin kicks to Conley. Inside. Pass to Harrison. Clock at 4. Over Rivers. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. DeAndre Jordan third.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Gasol passes to Ennis. Outside Conley. Now here's Ennis. Gallinari covering. Martin the screen. Ennis kicks to Harrison.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
And last season, DeAndre Jordan making his first All-Star appearance.
What a tremendous accomplishment for DJ to come into the league, immediately accept his role as a screen-setting, lob-getting big man that could affect the game with his rebounding prowess. And for him to appear in the mid-season classic, a validation of accepting your role and working within it.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the game. Tyreke Evans is checked in for the Grizzlies.
One shot.
Jordan no good on the free throw. Each coach has his strengths and they've got weaknesses, but if you needed someone to draw up a play to get you one bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So
yes.
I could get James Harden to the line, and then one LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say Pop, my life will cease to exist. I will say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Sam Decker's checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Austin Rivers. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Beverly against Conley. Clock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow. Grizzlies with the rebound. Gasol's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
You can see that Evans is looking to take the catch and shoot Jay anytime he gets one.
And Beverly kicks to Griffin. Over Parsons. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You can see how clued in the defense is to take away those mid-range shots and challenge. Solid at getting a hand up in the face of the scorers.
Now here's Gasol. He's coming off a 22-point game against Orlando.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with it.
Here's Harrison. The lead is 2. No good on the triple.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Down low. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure a thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
There's Harrison following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Outside Conley. Pass to Harrison. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's the 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
Memphis has gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Harrison passes to Parsons. Kicks it to Evans. A floater goes back up. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Tyreke Evans, the 4th pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
The first free throw is good.
Well, Evans reestablishing himself over the past couple of seasons, a skilled combo guard with great handle.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Willie Reed comes in for Jordan. And it's Harrell in for Blake Griffin. Brandon Wright's checked in for the Grizzlies. Chalmers comes in for Harrison. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the 2 bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor. And Beverly knows his role well. Excellent at zipping the ball over to his teammates.
And here is Conley. 9 points in the game so far. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their players.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and roll. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
The kick out to Williams. Kept alive. A nice shot by Reed. Reed's got his first points of the game.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
Conley against Beverly. Williams inside the line. Again, the miss by Williams. Memphis leading and keeping us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I was able to talk with David Fizdale for just a moment. This is the first meeting of the season between these teams, and he stressed to his guys the need to rely on their instincts at the offensive end. He said we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses without forcing things. If we keep doing that, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if they can keep that up tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. So the priority is on solid, fundamental basketball, finding good shots.
And we know they have the tendency to shoot the lights out when things are clicking for them. We'll see if this is one of those nights.
Well, if it is one of those nights, I'd look out. There is not much an opposing defense can do when they get multiple players hot at the same time.
Davis is checked in for Mike Conley. Here's Williams. No good off the back of the rim.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
Now here's Evans. 32 points for him last game against Orlando. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Sometimes Evans gives you that speed burst, and that makes him so much more difficult to guard. It's a real problem given his size and versatility.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
And that one falls for Evans. Rivers, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Rivers against Evans. Now here's Rivers. He's guarded closely. There's a screen by Williams. Rivers kicks to Williams. Another miss by Williams. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Memphis out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And Austin Rivers, Father Doc, is the head coach, of course, of the Clippers. And he talked about what it's like to play for his dad.
And I think it's because we've always had that type of relationship where he's always kind of just been a father/coach. So now he's a coach at work and off the floor, he's a father.
Always an entertaining dynamic when you have a father coaching his son. We've seen it in college basketball a few times in the past, most recently at UCLA. But this is a first in the NBA.
It looks like it doesn't make any difference in the case of Doc and Austin Rivers. He's just one of the Clippers, and Doc doesn't treat him any differently.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
Montrezl Harrell is out there with Decker. Then it's Williams. Then it's Reed, and it's Rivers in at the point guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And the first one drops. Brent, when you were playing in Seattle, those were the best assist years, statistically, of your career. What led you to become such a catalyst for that offense?
Well, it was interesting just as I finally got an opportunity to start to play with the basketball as a two-guard a little bit more in Seattle, trying to play a little bit more up-tempo. And again, I'll mention opportunities because of Gary Payton getting double-teamed. it opened up situations for me, Kevin, where I could be a bit more creative as the off guard.
And you love that, didn't you?
I love playing that way. I wish I had more years of doing that, kind of the run and gun style that Phoenix employed for most of the mid-2000s with that 7 seconds or less. I could have been agreeable with that.
Now, here's Decker. Over in the corner, Williams. Shot clock at 5. Reed, a screen on Parsons. A floater. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, you love the fearless, aggressive attitude. Doesn't let size matter.
Well, he also has that innate ability to just create enough separation. That's a nice move.
Here's Wright, following the score by Lou Williams. Memphis moving it around. Parsons dishes to Evans. Over Reed. Evans can't get that one to fall. Clippers trail by 3. Rivers kicks to Decker. Now Rivers. He had 19 points in the win against Dallas. Harrell the pass to Rivers. Reed a screen on Evans. Evans with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Evans has got it. And he uses the glass on the layup. Evans has got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies.
Well, some foresight from Evans there to sprint out and take advantage of the transition opportunity.
Rivers kicks to Williams. Back to Rivers. Left side, Williams takes the 3. The shot comes out, and it's Memphis the other way.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Now here's Davis. He dishes it to Chalmers. Evans outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Rivers. And it's Evans missing.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
Here's Decker. Los Angeles with another miss. Memphis leading by 5. And that's Evans penetrating.
Well, so far it's one of those games for Tyreke Evans, just untouchable when he gets in this kind of rhythm.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Evans with the steal. Jumps up. And Evans with a stuff.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Now here's Harrell. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Williams. Great D that time from Davis. Grizzlies have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Parsons on the wing. Outside, Davis. Williams against Evans. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now an 11-point Memphis lead. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
But it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
So for the Clippers, Alinari, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Johnson in for Sam Decker. Martin's checked in for the Grizzlies. James Ennis comes in for Chandler Parsons. Now here's Rivers. Reed a screen on Chalmers. Rivers against Chalmers. Now here's Rivers. He's guarded closely. Good as the jump shot falls. Rivers has got his second basket of the game. And so here's Memphis. Now here's Evans. He's got 16.